So for this video, we're going to demonstrate out a knitted bobble. These ones right here were done in our previous video, which are the crocheted bobbles. So now I'll do a knitted bobble in comparison. And so we're just going to knit along to where the first knitted bobble will be. And so once we reach that stitch, we're going to work a first stitch without dropping it off of the left hand needle. We're going to yarn over and work another stitch. And now, because I'm doing a 3-stitch bobble, so 3 stitches coming from one previous stitch, I'm going to go ahead and remove it off of the left hand needle. If you were doing a 5-stitch or a 7-stitch bobble, you would repeat the yarn over and knit into the same stitch a couple more times. And then you turn your knitting and you purl through those exact same 3 stitches that you just worked, and then flip over and knit across those same 3 stitches. And then we're going to purl across those one last time. And at this point in time, we're going to now decrease back to 1 stitch. To do that, I'm going to slip 1 knitwise and then knit 2 together. And then take that slip stitch and pass it over. And that's a knitted bobble right there. And let's do a second one. So we'll move across again. And let's put it in the stitch directly above. So one more. And so we're going to put it into this stitch right here. So knit 1, don't let it drop off, yarn over, and knit a 2nd stitch into the same one. We now have 3 stitches in there, and flip over, knit 3 stitches here, flip over, knit 3, and then flip over and purl 3, and then we're going to now decrease back down, slip 1, knit 2 together, pass slip stitch over. We've made our second bobble. And let's knit across and then purl the full row so that you can really see what the bobbles look like. So sometimes you have to push it over, but even in a knitted bobble, I have that gap that was showing up in the crocheted one, so that is pretty normal for just bobbles in general. And so let's do the full comparison here by purling across, alrighty, and flipping that over and just poking our bobbles back through. You can see the difference between a knitted bobble and a crocheted bobble. And so for the purpose of my sweater, I actually preferred the way the crocheted bobbles looked. and just in size and shape and everything. So I went with that one, but the 3-stitch bobble, knitted bobble, is the most comparable. I did try out a bunch of different ones. A Noop would work, but Noop's a lot harder to make, honestly. So totally up to you, but those would be my suggestions for the sweater. Alrighty, thanks.